head-to-head.
Don't mind us. We're just hecklers.
They're just a few feet away from each other. The computer's just right up there. And this is a pretty tight little stage, so the intensity is real. So we're going into this, and this is going to be a warrior versus warrior to start this off.
Wow.
And let's go and just cover this real fast.
It's also
what classes they picked.
It's a best of 7 tasteless, too. So
all decks must be used.
All decks that aren't banned must be used. And we see Hunter banned by Yhone, which makes sense. But las3ed banned Druid, which is also an interesting choice as well.
Could this be? I actually, in some ways, like it. It goes with his first choice because that means warrior isn't going to be completely terrible against anything.
Sure.
It's like a very doable opening class if you do ban Druid. So kind of neat. Kind of neat.
All right, we got warrior versus warrior. This will probably be a pretty long starting match.
Be.
If this was a TV drama and we just got here, it would be like previously on Fatigue Wars.
Well, there's a decent chance it does go to Fatigue.
Yeah, it does. It does quite often. So for the opening play here, I would assume Armorsmith is the right play. What do you think, Frodan?
Yeah, well, I think Armorsmith is okay. The only thing that you're worried about is your opponent being able to kill it off efficiently. In these control mirrors, card for card, the way they lined up is really important. And a lot of people usually define how the matchup is based off of the legendaries, but I like to measure it based off of how good your little stuff is.
How good your little stuff is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of little things that makes a big thing.
Yeah.
You guys are on a killing spree right now with the knowledge.
You get it, Tasteless?
I get it, guys.
It's a reference.
Well, he's taking his sweet time here on turn 2.
One thing I am interested in, though, is why coin into Armorsmith?
Well,
is there an onus for you to establish board control of that?
I guess this is going to be a control matchup entirely, so you might as well just get something that's going to build armor or at least reduce his armor in the long run.
He has Harrison Jones in his hand. I feel like saving the coin for that could be very good against a turn 4 Death Spite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The coin in general, especially in mirrors, is supposed to be for that one turn only. You gain a tempo advantage of being able to pick a certain pocket where you can exploit your opponent's weaknesses. Because every deck has a tipping point where their aggression can start. Sometimes it's turn 1 for Hunter, but on other decks, like Druid, for example, turn 5 is when it starts getting really powerful.
All right, we got 2 Armorsmiths here.
And he plays this on turn 3 instead of on turn 2.
2 Armorsmiths like the Double Mint twins right here on the board. Yeah.
They're
on different sides, though.
Yeah, the Double Mint twins are going at it right now.
Double your pleasure, you know what they say.
Double your fun.
Yeah.
Double mint gum. Just to finish that up.
Of course, IESF has nothing to do with Double Mint gum.
No.
Not yet. Maybe 20.
Not yet, yeah.
Maybe they're watching. They're fans of
IESF is getting bigger and bigger.
Well, who isn't? That's
okay. Well,
that's I mean, it's a draw that he had, but this is where, like you said, that Harrison Jones
would be fantastic.
Would have been fantastic.
Yeah, I got to agree with you guys. Harrison Jones would have been a great move back there, but he coined out that Armorsmith instead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now he's going to lose his own Armorsmith to it. Probably the next year.
Oh yeah. Now this is kind of comical, actually.
I got a question here, because this is an interesting matchup because occasionally, as we all know, and when you're against a warrior, excuse me, the armor can just get out of hand.
Yes.
Is it ever worth it? Let's say that he didn't have, for instance, Death Spite here. Is it ever worth it to do anything like execute? If you got that issue, or do you always want to save that for a bigger minion?
I would say you've got to save it. Like, Warrior has a very set amount of kills. Like, you can actually just count the kills. Be like, okay, I've seen Gromash, Alex Straza, sometimes Baron Geddon, sometimes Karn, sometimes Sylvanas, and then of course Rag. And that's
a lot of execute targets.
It is. But you have like 4 really good hard removal cards, and if you can use your weapons and stuff for everything else, then that's going to be good.
Well, looking at this now, would he want to be going with Lotheb or Sludge Belcher here?
The problem with Lotheb is that it means it gets removed by the weapon, and then at least if Sludge Belcher gets down, the 1/2 slime.
Oh yeah, that's actually a great point.
Still remains.
I forgot about the Death Rattle there. Yeah, so I guess Sludge Belcher really is the only play.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be
Not
surprising.
to mention you gross out your opponent while doing it because you throw out a little sludge that burps at his opponent.
That's true.
Actually, every time Sludge Belcher should attack, you should hover over your monitor and burp in his face.
If only we had, like, extra... I wish we could play it in, like, 5 senses Hearthstone.
Oh,
Wouldn't that
so
be
you
great?
Smell Sludge Belcher?
Yeah.
Like every
Here
time?
comes Sludge Belcher. He's like, ew.
Yeah,
Well,
you play
actually-
like a Leper Gnome Sludge Belcher deck.
Well,
Try to get the advantage psychologically.
Actually,
Wow.
what happens is you play a card, and then you spin your wheel, and then your opponent has to react to it. So it's like, well, taste Leper Gnome? It's like, ugh.
All right, we have the 1-2 Sludge out, the Sludge Junior. Sludge Junior. And
Well,
an Owl being drawn here.
I mean, you have already the best thing to take out his own Sludge Belcher. These guys are matching pretty evenly. And this is where some people argue that this is why control decks can be, quote, easier than aggro decks. Because it's, well, you're just simply lining the best form of removal, and, well, you just kill stuff until you basically get your way to kill your opponent.
I guess the Black Knight was a good move there. There are not a ton of taunts normally in a Warrior deck compared to some other decks that are out there. So you might as well use him and then save that Owl a little bit later on to punish him.
The Owl will probably be for something like Sylvanas or possibly Karn.
You got to watch out, though, if that Owl gets mind-controlled like we talked about yesterday. That's
Oh, man.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why Priest is a great counter
That's the
pick.
$1 million play right there.
Well, you can't come back if your owl gets mind controlled.
Yeah, that's game over, man. Well, it's a 29 Warrior against 28 Warrior. No armor here on the board, but we do have 2 shield blocks that have been drawn here.
Yeah.
And with a shield slam in hand, this is pretty handy. He could shield block, shield slam the 4/5, and
Armor up or Armor Smith at that as well.
Yeah, I think Armor Smith is pretty decent. You don't want to.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
armoring up, like just simply an armor up, feels really weak because you're not doing anything on board. Even if it's a 1/4, you put in the back of your mind, like, what if I have a cool Taskmaster? You can't just like toss out an Acolyte.
Yeah. It's a very good point. And I do have to agree with it, although I like to get as many armor ups in as possible. This was definitely a much better play.
Well, he's got the perfect answer right back, his own Death Spite. I think the matchup will be defined by who gets to their deep legendaries first with pressure.
oh, I got to agree. Yeah.
In this matchup, the Warrior player that can be aggressive and continue to threaten lethal often is the one with the high win percentage.
Yeah, totally the case. Sometimes even the amount of cards in your hand doesn't matter as much as just keeping the pressure on the board, because if you can overpressure them and tax their removal, your big guys are just so scary.
Here's a quick question. In our Austrian player's hand, we did see, well, this actually negates what I was going to ask, but let me just ask it anyways. I know that normally Grommash Hellscream is used for the killing blow here, but if you're on turn 8, you have in your hand Grommash, and you do have plenty of other legendaries in there as well. Is it ever worth it just to use that Death Spite, have it break, damage Grommash, and send him in there, or do you always want to save that for the end?
Well, either way is like doable. You need to proc him somehow, and to save that charge up to do it. The thing is, normally we used to, before Naxxramas, count up 12 damage off of nothing, but now with Death Spite out, you have to look and be like, ooh, this is an easy 14, and that changes everything.
Well, I also don't like throwing Grommash out there unless you absolutely need to, because then your Warrior opponent can get away with flaw. It's like, well, I can't actually die even though I'm at 5 health, so I can get away with this. Threatening lethal, just like in any other case, if you're facing up against a Druid or even a Shaman with a Doomhammer, you have to change your play sometimes suboptimally.
Huh.
All right, well, back over here to our Tunisian player. Again, if you're just now tuning in, guys, this is the finals here for IESF. We're about to crown the world champion. It'll either be las3ed from from Tunisia, or, and am I going to say this right, Yhone?
Yhone.
Excuse me, from Austria. In this best of 7, this is game 1.
Well.
Yhone.
Yhone.
Yo, it's your boy Yhone.
It's Yhone. I almost thought it could be like Yono or something. No,
Why honey?
Why honey? That's Yhone.
Yhone. Yhone.
Next, we have to make anagrams out of this name.
Yhone. It is just honey anagram, right?
Oh my God!
It is an anagram for honey. You did it. You won.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
I practice a lot.
I'm not going to lie. I was looking at it for a little bit, and I was trying to think of something I could. And what is las3ed? Can we get an anagram for his name? LAS3D? 3 lads. That's us. That's us.
Oh, wow.
All right.
He's destined to win this now.
In the meantime, guys.
Anyways, what are we talking about? What game is this?
We're clearing Cairn, which is actually a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Takes him out.
It was a super solid clear, too.
Yeah. You know, killing off your opponent's mid-range legendaries is often the most awkward part because you want to save, like, your big things for, like, your Sarah, your executes against Sarah, like Shield Slam against Alex, but it doesn't always become the case.
We see las3ed is running a BGH in his deck here, too. So if those do come out, he can definitely deal with some of that later on with that.
It's tempting to use it here, but I think it's better off as anti-Alexstrasza tech. You could use it with Cool Taskmaster to snipe the las3ed.
Yeah.
But
you could also use Fire War Axe with the Cruel Taskmaster to do it. Looks like he does want to use it. But that means he has to play the axe and kill off the bird.
Oh.
Okay, so the owl is picked off here. And we'll switch back into the turn for our Austrian player, going into turn 10 here.
You know, those
hello.
Wow.
This is actually, I think there's only one play here. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but the Baron Geddon, you're ahead in armor. You can armor up even after you take him out here.
Yeah.
And start shrekking the board.
It's pretty sick. And, I mean, he has a Grommash combo already in hand. If you can't remove this Baron Geddon easily, like, what if you have to proc it with your weapon or something?
He
That's
just
insane.
used Big Game Hunter. This is partially why I think BGH, like, you have to find a way to remove that card without using it. Even if you use your own weapon. You know, you use Fiery War Axe to chop down and use Tool Taskmaster Snipe. There's just a 2-1 on the board, and I feel like you know, he used his removal a little bit too liberally there.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think that the big key to playing Control Warrior, especially against another control deck, is you have to line up every card you have that removes with what it's going to remove in that game, and you need to make that happen as close to as possible as you can.
All right. Well, we haven't dropped down to 15 right now. And let's see if he actually has an answer here for Alexstrasza in his hand.
No.
Yes, he does.
Well, yeah, he could actually
Well, yeah, you're right.
He could Cruel Taskmaster and then execute. Did he use a Cruel Taskmaster already?
Yes. One of them just died, so I'm pretty sure. Or maybe that was the other side.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I thought that was the other side.
So I don't think
I don't believe he has. So he still has one Cruel Taskmaster in hand. To possibly deal with that. But, of course, I mean, that's such a nice combo you have already there just with Grommash and Cruel Taskmaster. One of the functions of the deck is to essentially draw those two and end the game, but he might have to give it up now, and it looks like that's what he's going to do here with this execute.
Was there any merit to playing Cruel Taskmaster and Grommash aggressively? Because your opponent just
make
used
Alex
execute.
trade into you?
Yeah.
Hey, I like your
really
thinking.
smart.
That's a clever way to look at it.
Oh, you know what? Good thing he didn't.
Yeah. Hindsight's always 20/20.
Well,
Scourge's armor. You can't play Sylvanas into that, right?
Yeah, just armor up.
I mean, she does challenge and like pave. No, like she paves the way for like Ragnaros to be really good.
What was that laugh?
No, she does.
No, like
I thought you meant she challenges the 2/2. I'm like, listen, she challenges the 2/2 like the sun challenges a rock being thrown into it.
Yeah,
like,
well, hold on. I mean, if he plays Sylvanas, maybe he can bait out removal so that way Ragnaros would have been better.
And in fact, there was no way to actually get rid of her this turn too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're both down to 3 cards in hand, so not a lot of options here.
Yeah. 2 situational cards in your finisher.
Now, we saw a lot of weapons used here, but I think you probably still
How about flat Grommash?
Just flat Grommash into the face? That seems pretty all right.
Yeah.
Like, I hate doing that in this matchup. I feel like as soon as you use your Grommash for anything except killing your opponent, it hurts, but how many executes has he already used?
He used 1, but there's 1 remaining.
Yeah. He doesn't have anything to proc it as far as we know, from this side of the board at least.
Okay, we have las3ed here.
Ragnaros could
I guess I guess this is the play is just las3ed armor up and pass.
Yeah. There's a lot of paths that this game could have deviated to, but we're here at the point where both players are being really defensive.
You know, I want to point out, by the way, that this Harrison Jones is still sitting here because he coined out the armor smith, right?
No, actually, it was the other way
Oh
around.
god,
Yeah.
it was the other player. Okay, I'm crazy.
Oh
yeah, that's right. He just used that on the
Right.
death spite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
And in
mind.
fact, that's actually important to note that the second death spite has been used. So there's
You're waiting
not
for
a lot
like a
of
fiery war X.
Yeah, there's not a lot of activators.
It's fair if both
Like-
death spites are gone, you can just play Harrison. Like you don't have to.
Right.
You don't have to hold him. Like these turns have been so weak.
Well, actually, what I was referring to was that there might not actually be that many activators for Gromosh left in Yhone. God, Tesis is spreading it.
I know,
to
my
Yhone's deck.
Yhone. Wait, how do you say his name again? We've been
Yhone.
casting this guy all week here.
I haven't had
Yhone.
trouble
It's
even one
Yhone.
time.
I make enough jokes with his name. Yhone. All right, well, we're going to end the turn here. And back over here. Okay, what do you guys think? Just clearly you drop Ragnaros on the board. You want to start wrecking that armor, getting him down low.
for
He's already at
sure.
15 health. Why not?
Absolutely.
I mean, it comes down to how you're able to pressure your opponent, and your opponent was getting back to 30 health. This Ragnaros is the best chance, and he already played Big Game Hunter, right? Nope, that was the other guy.
Some great
The
commentary going on
dangers
here
of
today.
casting a mirror matchup in our set.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, I guess he has to BGH here, right?
Yeah, and he has to use the axe on the other guy. So
Pretty straightforward
Yeah.
play. Armor up after that. Then I'll put him at 2 armor.
It's actually really good mileage out of Fiery War Axe to be able to kill off a Lothar.
yeah.
Normally, Fiery War Axe doesn't get any value other than shutting down your opponent's Acolyte.
Yeah, I was going to
Seriously.
say just taking off
Taking off a chunk of armor or something.
the junior sludge belcher or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's a sick.
I have no
It
time.
has a name, you know.
Sludge
Tasteless.
light.
Sludge diet sludge, I believe is what it's called.
Sludge
Yeah.
zero.
Sludge zero.
Cherry sludge zero, more like it.
Vanilla sludge. Oh, jeez.
All right.
I mean, we're giving people a lot of Warcraft ideas. For
Yeah,
next
this
time
is
they have
actually a great.
Hearthstone.
If they're doing Warcraft stuff, you know,
Yeah.
I'd like a vodka and a sludge zero, please, because I'm trying to party but stay slim. So,
I'm watching my calories. Guys.
yeah, I'm watching my calories. Okay.
Watching my health right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Need that taunt.
Great
Um,
tasting, less filling. Sludge light.
Sludge light.
Well, you have to get rid of your opponent's Sylvanas, but I think you just dive straight into it. Like, toss out Sylvanas on an empty board,
Yeah.
and then
You got to
I feel like you can just play
wouldn't you just?
Gromosh, right?
just Gromosh
What?
straight up.
Yeah, I think what you do is you just run in the BGH, kill it with the axe, and
Right.
get Gromosh out there.
I think that playing Gromosh is probably a very good move here. Like, I could see him thinking about dropping Sylvanas. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't really want to see a Harrison
Actually, I
drop.
might
Actually,
rather,
yeah, maybe the Sylvanas is actually a better play
It's,
the more I think about it.
because there's still a handful of legendaries still in his deck that he can't bring out. Oh, is he really going to do Harrison Jones? Okay.
I think so. Sylvanas is
Oh
better
my
than
God, the
Harrison.
Rob!
All right.
Okay, I
well,
would have liked him to to weigh those options a little bit better, because I think like Sylvanas actually had a little bit better, but I guess in this case, it doesn't really matter, honestly.
well, it baited removal here, so
Sure.
you know, I think that was the point of either of them coming out. But the Harrison drawing an extra card at this point could be big, and killing a weapon, obviously.
At this moment, do you just want a Sylvanas and Armorsmith, or maybe do you want to?
I think you skip the
keep the
Armorsmith.
Armorsmith in your hand for later on, since I guess that's true. Or Black Knight would just run in and kill it.
Yeah, unless there's some other way to deal that 1 damage to Sylvanas, which might be what he's looking at here. He is low on health, so anything that can prevent damage to him can be good here.
That's true. He still dies actually to the Cruel Taskmaster Gromosh combo, which was a scary second. Wow.
Okay, we got the
Iron
owl here.
Beak Owl. That
What?
is a pretty
What?
clutch draw, honestly.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't have to give up his Black Knight at all.
Oh, yeah. He can just take out this Armorsmith
Yeah.
and then execute the Sylvanas. But that is an empty hand, which means you can do whatever you want.
Do you? Okay.
So do you?
Oh,
Do you?
yeah.
I was gonna say maybe you should hang on to the Cruel Taskmaster there.
That looks like what he wants to do.
Right.
You
So
know,
we got the.
he is
Acolyte
dying
here.
to draw Alexstrasza, seriously.
I'm curious how many cards he's actually got in his hand here, because I think he's probably going to put Acolyte of Pain out here. And then, no, what am I saying? He would probably want to keep the Cruel Taskmaster to combo that with.
Yeah, but I don't mind.
But then again, yeah, I mean, you do need to get more cards in your hand. If you have few card advantage here, and that could be the game.
It could be, but he's got to kill this 4/4, I feel like, as well, because he is the one that's low on health. And it's funny you say 19 is low, but, you know, if that combo does pop out, he dies very quickly with this guy on board.
Let none survive.
Thing is, the 2/1 just trades right into Sylvanas. It just hurts.
I actually...
By the way, our Tunisian player is getting pretty low on cards.
Yeah, he is.
both these guys are actually around.
Did we see how much it was?
It was around 7 or 8 cards left.
7 or 8 cards left? Okay.
That looks like 6 cards to me. For
Artosis has each of the card animations memorized. He's like, that's exactly 17 cards.
5. It's 5.
Yeah.
Was it 5 back over there?
So we were both wrong.
We
All right,
were,
Artosis,
but I was less
when you go back
wrong
home
than
after
you
this cast, go back home and memorize.
Whoa.
Oh,
This,
interesting.
I don't like that at all. I don't like that play at all, guys.
Artosis, do you like that
No,
play?
I don't like that play.
Oh.
He's you attack into that so quickly. He's so low on cards. Make him draw out.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Not to mention, you get to draw closer to whatever your Alexstrasza is.
Oh, rags.
Yeah, I think you pass it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
Armor up,
pass.
pass.
Armor pass, one of my favorite moves in the game.
This game has actually gotten... It's going to come down to a couple epic draws here.
Yeah, it looks like it. We're getting
he's
into
gonna
the...
be decked in like no time. He's going to kill him through fatigue, perhaps. Wait, what? 4 against how many?
4 against like 7 or 6.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a really big difference. Ooh.
Okay, so that's
well,
what he
this
was looking for.
Not bad at all.
But before you do that, you start hitting the Death Spite, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would get Death Spite out here.
3 versus 6. Okay. Do you bring your opponent towards fatigue?
Well, the problem is for him, he's at 3, so I guess.
And the answer is yes.
All right.
Well, he still is bringing himself a little bit more towards fatigue as well.
I'm getting a little bit worried, so he's going to now have only 2 cards left to draw from, one a Fiery War Axe.
Okay, that's fine. That's just damage. Like, that's just 6 points of burn, essentially.
Yeah.
Wow, actually, there's a lot of cards inside of Yhone's hand right now.
But let's keep in mind, I mean, the very limited number of options. He has Execute in hand, so if he brings out Grom, he can just kill it with Execute later on if he doesn't do that with a killing blow here. Now here's Ragnaros coming out.
That was a rather large shield slam for a
Yeah.
rather small dude.
I mean, I can understand if it like burnt him out of like a shield range that you can't use shield slam, but in this scenario, it actually doesn't do anything. And now he's going to push in for damage to try and end it out. And even though he will get killed off, he still has some burn and pushing him to fatigue.
Yeah, this is getting really cool because we have one warrior here with almost no cards about to be fatigued.
Yeah.
But a lot of HP, a lot of armor. On the other side of the board, we have, as you can see here, a warrior with a little bit more options. He executes there. We have the Ascension Shield Master. And, okay, let's see what that last card is now that's been drawn.
It's probably Alexstrasza.
No, it's Yhone who hasn't drawn Alexstrasza.
Baron Geddon.
Oh, wow. And with the axe, that's a perfect fit.
Yep.
3 + 2 is 5. Goodbye, Senjin.
It is. And 7 + 3 is 10, so even if he armors up,
He needs to kill it.
He needs to find a way.
All right, so what does he have?
Alexstrasza.
Alexstrasza's out. That's huge.
Well, he can also snipe this Baron Geddon with... Actually, he needs to do
hold
that.
He
needs to snipe Baron Geddon with Gromosh.
Yeah, does he run Gromosh in there and take a little bit more damage? Because the later he brings out Alexstrasza,
right.
The more delayed the damage from fatigue.
Your opponent has one
is.
card in deck. Like what? Yeah, no, totally.
If you pay attention to the entire game, it's Brawl. No Brawl's been played this game.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Actually,
Freddan, of course, knows I haven't paid attention to this whole game.
I know you get lost in taste of size.
Yeah, man.
I do.
It's my doe eyes, man.
But you know what? If that Brawl leaves the 2/2, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to Brawl in order to get rid of this Gromosh.
All right. This is Fatigue Wars here. I guess, yeah, you just have to Brawl.
I think you probably armor up this turn as well.
Yeah, I like Artosis' analysis of armoring up every turn here. I think
when you have
no wait, hold on. Okay, no, yeah, I think you're right. I think every time
you can't take this 10 damage. You're already at 2 fatigue ahead of your opponent.
Yeah.
Well, there's not really much to do. Armor up, Brawl, Prey.
Well, the thing is, you know Alexstrasza is this card if he hasn't played it yet.
Exactly.
Like, so Alexstrasza is coming next turn, so actually you can take that damage.
No, but then your opponent just doesn't do anything. He just armors up. He attacks you and just armors up. He's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
fatigued. Like, you actually can't.
Yeah, you're right.
You
You're
have
right.
to brawl.
Well, I meant he could sword into the 210.
Okay,
And Grommash-
brawl. What's it going to be? Oh, my God.
You still face it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got him.
Well,
All right, so it's now.
And now
in that
Alexstrasza is a
case-
heal spell.
Oh, actually, you know what? If that was the case, he should have attacked it anyways and then waited for Alexstrasza before brawling.
You are correct.
Oh, man.
Well, that's it.
Well, that's actually the game. There's no way for him to
That's
do
it.
anything.
Yeah, well, I think his next turn's armor pass. Oh, no, it is to give up, and it looks like Yhone will win game number 1.
Fantastic game back there.
Wow. Going right down to fatigue as warrior versus warrior very oftentimes does.
We have, this is a best of 7, by the way. So for the remaining decks that can be used, Hunter was banned, by the way, for las3ed. He can use Priest, Warlock, or Shaman.
Priest, Warlock, Shaman. This Warlock is Handlock, I believe?
Yes, I think
So-
both of them
think
are
so.
playing Handlock.
Okay. Handlock or Shaman. Which one do you guys want?
I'm leaning towards Handlock here.
You
I
like the
think
Priest. No, Frodan.
I'm leaning towards Handlock here because I think Handlock presents a lot of threats.
Okay.
You saw Baron get in too, so I don't think Shaman's even as effective as you might think.
Yeah, that would wreck the little totems on the board.
That's
and
very
many other
true.
things, so
Yeah, very good
It's
point
not,
there.
Yeah, I think you definitely you got to go with Handlock, and that's not a bad starting hand here. We got Twilight Drake and the Mountain Giant. And
Yeah,
actually
that's
not
insane.
a bad start here either for our Austrian player here with the Armor Smith.
Oh, that hand! Oh, that
The
hand.
dream.
Oh, that hand. That is insane. Like, you turn 4, 5, and 6 are spoken for, and if the warrior is still in the game after that.
You also have Soulfire to also back it up too.
Yeah, you could take out the Armor Smith there, the Soulfire. Would you want to do that actually?
No, not with this
Okay.
hand. You just sit with you wait and I feel like turn 4, 5, and 6 are just spoken for. I feel like this
Okay.
game completely plays itself for those turns, like right through to there.
Well, actually, we saw las3ed coin out Twilight Drake too. So
Oh God, yeah, that is right, and that would be a mistake here.
you know what I actually like? I like tossing Ancient Watcher right here.
Yeah, that's quite nice. Like
What,
he even
what
has
does you
Iron
like about
Beak.
Ancient Watcher just because you can
As
then
opposed
use
to-
Iron Beak Owl here later and silence him and start taking out everything on the board?
You have the opportunity to silence him if you need to for the next turn, or you can life tap. But with the coin, you have like this dead turn of turn 3 where you can't
right,
do
of
anything.
course, yeah.
So
Well,
you
you have to
always
get
want
something out of your hand,
play
so
a
just
watcher.
drop
if
him.
you- yeah, exactly.
Good call, good call.
And this just gives him more flexibility. You can life tap this next turn if he wants, or silence it.
Okay, shield block comes up. He draws Cruel Taskmaster, ends his turn.
That's good. He needed a way to deal with a big creature.
So I think, would you want to owl here?
Yes.
And just take out the
If you
Armor Smith.
owl, not only do you hit the armor smith, he has to kill it, or you take armor away from him next turn because he already used his shield block here.
Yep.
And without the shield block, he can't shield slam these huge minions like this. I feel like the warlock. If I'm the warlock right
think-
here, I'm like, I win.
I think Shield Slam is so important, especially in this matchup. You've got to take out those giant minions.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I know, Frodan.
Okay.
Oh, I
In
know.
case you were wondering, Artosis, you're right.
I wasn't wondering at
Can
all.
we all just agree that our toast is right, guys?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. He's coining out the Twilight Drake.
Wow. Okay.
Why, dude?
I can't believe he did that. Well, let's see what happens, guys.
Well, he's
I
gonna
feel like
execute
the owl was
Drake.
the way to go, but
There's no way this
basically-
was a better play, right? He
Actually,
He put.
You don't even have to execute the Drake.
It's
You
only
could
a
save that for the
4/6.
Mountain Giants.
You need to
coming up
save
here,
the
too.
execute for the Giants. So Death Bite actually is a little bit better.
Yeah, I would definitely death spite against this.
Okay, so Death's Bite it is.
You can attack face with this, but I think it's slightly better to. Oh, actually, because the possibility of Farseer, right? So attacking the face is a little bit safer.
So just go for base here.
Yeah, because
Next
the
turn,
coin Twilight Drake also implies that he might have a second Twilight Drake. This is what
Yeah.
normally it's supposed
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say.
If you don't have Mountain Giant and
Right.
you have 2 Twilight Drakes, then coining the Twilight Drake is
Right.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, if las3ed slips and silences his own Twilight Drake, then actually the second charge of Death Bite will destroy everything too, by the way.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a great
Oh,
point.
actually,
Oh my
check this out.
gosh,
It's
there's
the
the second
second
Twilight Drake. Well, he's getting all the opening giant cards out here.
Is
His draw right away.
He's thinking about tapping?
No, right?
Well, he hovered over his life tap in case he wanted to. I think Twilight Drake is an insta call here.
Whoa, life tap here.
Well, he's going to use his Iron Beak Owl to silence, which is okay, but he has to do this in the right order. Like, you don't want to use the Twilight Drake to trade. You want to use...
Yeah, no, you have to.
So you have to, because otherwise Death Spite is just going to
kill everything.
Yeah.
This is where Cool Taskmaster can... Like, you have a clear board now.
Yeah.
And these Giants are still 2 turns away from being played.
Yhone is very happy about this, I think.
And he hasn't even used any executes yet.
Yeah, that's true. He's got 2 executes in hand here, so he has a big array of options. This is a disposal here. Oh my gosh, the sorry that happened spam is real.
Well.
Okay, so back over to him. He can now play his Twilight Drake a little bit more comfortably, but things are a little off curve.
Definitely, like...
I guess he'll have an easy turn 6, though, with the Mountain Giants.
Yeah. I mean, everything is kind of put backwards because the way that he's played this game, he's been sloppy and lost some extra things he didn't need to, but he's going to get a little bit back on track here.
He armors up. 4 mana, there's nothing he can actually do here.
Are you saving Harrison Jones for Draxus?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. I do think so, yeah. Like, what do you want me to say, guys?
Are you saving? Well, we're going to execute this Drake, right? It's just too much of a threat to your armor and a bully on the board.
Yeah, I agree. Execute the Drake.
You also have 2 executes.
You have nothing to proc, though, is the problem.
The same situations next
what,
turn,
what does proc mean?
Proc? It means to,
activate.
Like, yeah.
Really? I'm learning about Hearthstone N-words here. This
yeah. So when we say proc,
you've been saying that on the last game a whole bunch. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
it's like Gromash has to be procced. Like you have to get his ability to trigger. So,
like Artosis, where do babies come from? Like, let's get this all out of the way.
I'll show you later, too.
All right. Sick. Sick. Thanks, Frodan. Turn 7 here. I don't think there's any fantastic play you really have. Obviously, Artosis thinks that Harrison Jones is being saved for Jiraxis.
There's
not
nothing
gonna
better
armor.
than putting someone's hands in a museum.
That's true.
And you drawing like so many
7 cards.
It's ridiculous.
At least.
It makes you overdraw like every time.
It's fine. Totally worth.
Yeah. It's a value overdraw.
This is a pretty ugly turn here.
You know, this turn I would consider playing Harrison.
I mean, just get it out
You're in
there.
a bad spot.
Get something to draw attention away from the mountain giant and away from you.
If he, attacks into it, then that's actually fine, I guess, because you can finally kill him. But if you just pass here, all of your armor is gone, and you have not procced in for execute, and that is it.
Shield slamming it also doesn't accomplish.
No, it doesn't. Do it.
Yeah, he could shield slam and execute, and oh my god, he's going to do that. Okay.
Whoa!
Wow.
He is in big trouble.
Yeah, he is.
He needs Ragnaros to
Ragnaros has to be a sick sniper.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's not going to happen.
Ragnaros is going to have to no-scope his way to a win here because this is going to get rough. Mountain Giant comes out. Right now.
Well, guess what? There's another giant after this, too.
God.
So do you just Ragnaros here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
you
that just,
Ragnaros here for
all right.
sure.
You take that coin
hold
flip.
on. Now, right before he fires, I'm going to try to guess which one it's going to hit.
So which one's it going to hit, Tasteless?
Hold on.
Senor Fuego is coming out.
My powers don't come. And it's going to be, wait for it.
Look at it.
Mountain Giant. I see. I didn't ask for these powers.
Yhone says, calm down. It's not over yet.
The rage is real.
Oh, man. There is a very real possibility. Okay, so he's going to BGH. He's not going to Ragnaros coin flip.
Yeah.
There's a very realistic possibility. War can come back through stealing Draxus' hands.
Yeah.
That's true. His hand is actually empty.
That's
as well.
very, very true.
His hands were made to hold.
Ancient Watcher coming out here now as well.
Okay, well, here's
very close to a Draxus turn here, by the way, or
here's
potentially a turn.
Interesting thing. Warrior actually has the cards he needs to kill.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
He's got situational cards and removal and a finisher. So
Yeah,
I think you toss out Alex here.
There's no better time for Alex Straza. There will never be a better time. If you
really
get that
good point.
low, you're already dead.
At least you have an 8/8 on the board if he does turn into
Exactly.
Draxus.
He already uses BGH too.
Yeah.
Will he be tempted to? No, you don't play Draxus here.
Well, what about Ragnaros on this turn?
Yeah, he Ragnaros and then Soulfire.
Ragnaros, okay, Ragnaros Soulfire running the 4/2 to the 8/8.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
If you lose the Draxus, then the Warrior definitely, well, actually.
Not coming back.
Yeah. It's actually not playing the Draxus could be a great play here.
Yeah. I mean, for the same logic, you also can Draxus and Soulfire, but I think Ragnaros is a lot better.
Yeah, seriously, it is. You take away all of his armor. I mean, he could just coin flip it as well, I guess.
But does he want to appease the crowd? Because Draxus coming out is exciting, but Harrison Jones afterwards is even better.
Oh, man, I really hope we get to see the Harrison Jones play.
I think we will see it this game. This game is not going to end soon, I don't think.
Sylvanas Soulfire? Okay. He's doing it to be because he's afraid of dying.
You know what?
But then Brawl can be a very big possibility with things backfire.
I got to say, the Warlock hand is looking really good here.
He needs to Soulfire
set up into
here.
the end game.
He's not going to Soulfire.
Well, he might be afraid that he's
well,
going to
this makes the
Draxus.
Brawl actually a little bit weird, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, you just attack into Sylvanas, right? And then Brawl.
And then if he keeps the 8/8, you're kind of sad.
Yeah, but, I mean.
What else can he do, though? I think you're right. He has to just kill Sylvanas, give Sylvanas Alex Straza, and then hope that Alex Straza is removed in that brawl.
I got to say, the only thing I'm even thinking about now is hands going into a museum. I don't care what either you guys are saying. I'm just waiting for that turn.
It's coming up to that point where it might happen, but there's still a few things that need to occur before. All right. The first is that Warlock needs to feel desperate enough.
All right, here we go. He needs to get Alex Straza out of here. 1 in 4 chance.
Or that taunt to get out, too.
Okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all.
It's not the worst.
No. That's okay.
It is not the worst, you're right.
Positive spin
Artosis.
Yeah.
You got to have that positive.
This feels close to the worst, though, if Ragnaros comes out here and you have nothing you can do about it.
You got a rag. It's rag time, baby.
It's rag o'clock.
Rag time. I like it.
It's half past rag. No, excuse me. It's just rag o'clock.
No, it's half to rag.
Okay. 5 till rag. All right. Let's see here.
Half rag, as the British would say.
Where's it going, Tasteless?
Oh.
I
Were you going to say the face?
Yeah.
No, you were going to say
Oh, man, Tasteless, how do you know? Well, he's got 8 damage.
I'm a clairvoyant, but I only use my powers to figure out where Ragnaros is going to hit.
Do you chop down this
face.
Ragnaros?
Go to face.
You go face?
Yeah. Because if he even does the Draxus play, you have Harrison.
That's true.
And
that's true.
You'll get instantly, with a War Axe in hand, you will get instantly into something that procs this Grommash likely.
I think you're right. But then what if he has Faceless?
Faceless? Oh, God.
Ragnaros.
Well, then,
and then
I mean, you're going to lose the game. So just go to face, and we'll sort it out later.
Oh.
If he hits the rag, I'm very sad. Like, do you think hitting the rag is good at all?
It's tough.
You're still threatening lethal with the possibility of Grommash.
Yeah. It's special. In Draxus is the only way to recover enough health.
I don't think you hit your face with into Ragnaros.
I don't think so.
I think you wait one more turn because next turn you're going to have enough to take out Ragnaros as well. If he goes into Draxus, that's a turn where he has
I'm
to
actually
develop the
okay
board.
with this.
Really?
Wow.
I'm okay with this.
I'm not okay with it because the rag would have maybe hit you in the face, which you did to yourself, and also he maybe would have hit the Loatheb. That would have been the best case scenario for him, which you did yourself. So you just gave him 2 things that he could have done the next turn, whereas you could have threatened lethal.
Is this potential lethal right here? If this
What?
Is
Wait.
Fire?
Oh! Oh my God!
That was out of nowhere.
That was awesome.
Well, you didn't play around that, and that's.
We didn't even catch that.
Well, he was going to die to that no matter what, actually, because the 2 Hellfires would have killed both the minions on the board.
You're right.
And then the rag would have hit him for that 8 that he hit himself, and then the 2 Soulfires.
That's correct.
So
well, we have it's 2-0 right now with Tunisia in the lead. We've already seen Warlock. We've already seen Warrior. It's down to either a priest or a shaman.
Well, I think the series is tied right now.
Oh, excuse me, 1-1. I was testing you. Very good.
Yeah.
Did
I pass,
so it's down
Professor
here?
Tasteless?
You did. You're doing great.
Thanks.
You're doing better than me, in fact.
Dr. Tasteless.
Dr. Tasteless.
You didn't go through med school for nothing.
I didn't go through,
To be called
8 years of tasteless
Professor
school to be called
Tasteless.
Mr. Tasteless. Excuse me. Okay, so it's 1-1.
Oh.
That is so sick.
Well,
that is so good for Hunter.
What was the handlock start, too? Because handlock great starts can also be just as devastating.
Did not see.
Whoa, yikes.
It's time.
This
Take
is
him under.
This is the nuts.
Well, this is going to be a really tough game here.
This hand is not terrible from his opponent.
He's got that Molten Giant there. He's got the Mortal Coil.
Yeah, those are 3 fantastic cards that he has there.
Yeah.
Siphon Soul can become very important at times. Hellfire, that's not a terrible draw either.
No.
It's
Although I feel
it
like
could be if there's another
another
minion that comes out.
Well, you just play. You just do something.
I think you have to web spinner here, correct?
I guess you could go hero power and use the web spinner the next turn, but it's. I mean, you're probably hitting the same damage, right? So. Because he's not going to deal with both the next turn, so it's like kind of very similar.
Oh, Soulfire.
Yeah, he might want to Soulfire that.
You can actually tap now.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a good combination. He's not discard it.
Okay,
that's actually one of the better cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine if he gets rid of Hellfire, considering the other cards he has in his hand.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that card being involved. Stranglethorn Tiger is pretty nasty for Handlock to deal with.
Yeah, 5 health is a big deal. They got to blow up a giant to actually kill it.
Another good card. Okay, so
Sludge Belcher's out. So does he just taunt up here? I think this is great.
Sure.
Try to sandbag the issue, which is that Hunter can just do so much damage every single turn, especially if he starts to populate the board with minions. Get something to block that and buy you a little bit more time, buy you a little bit more life taps.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna play the Loot Hoarder down as opposed to Hero Power?
I think you're searching for more answers, right?
Yeah, I think he needs more draw.
I think the draw is worth more than the 2 points right now because this hand doesn't have any finish in it, so I do have to agree with that.
You need to get to your kill commands as soon as possible. Now, when your opponent plays a trap and there's Sun Fury on the board with no weapon, that's a big tell that it's Snake Trap of some kind, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't, like, Sun Fury Protector is actually
it's
the
not a
worst
freezing
target you could give Freezing Trap for.
They want it Freezing Trap.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick question. You guys remember the What Would You Do for Klondike Bar commercials?
Yeah.
I'm starting this with commentators. What would you do for King Crush to be what this web spinner
King Crush, what wouldn't I do?
Well, that's kind of what I'm asking, but in reverse.
Oh, he sees that it's Snake
I would love
Trap.
to see that, actually, though.
That would be amazing.
That would be really fun.
We've actually seen it finished in BlizzCon, too.
Oh, my God, that's amazing. Did he have another way to win, or was he just...
No, actually, King Crush was the only way to kill.
Wow.
That's so cool.
That is the best.
It was. People loved it. Hearthstone's awesome, guys.
It is.
It's a great game.
So he's not going to even attack. And now that the opponent knows...
2 Shadow Flames. You know, that might not be bad if you're against a hunter like this.
Now that the opponent
Shadow Flame
knows that he's a Snake Trap, though, isn't it going to be, like, really easy for the Handlock just race at this point?
I would think so, yeah.
Houndmaster, guys.
Houndmaster.
You might make a taunt.
That's me.
That's what you look like.
That's what I look like
at the
when I
bare
go to the
feet.
shower. Yeah, bare feet. Wolverine hair. I'm here to give you guys 2/2 and taunt in this cast.
Well, one of us.
One of us, all right.
That's right. Oh, you're the defender of Argus. That's what you are, Tasteless.
If I'm Houndmaster, then what is Frodan?
I'm the web spinner. Let's be real. I'm just a little crawly thing that just walks around.
What is Zartosis?
Oh, wow. That is such a good draw.
Damn.
Oh, my goodness.
Did he just get an Iron Beak off that?
Yeah. I can't even begin
That must be nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Hunter,
huge.
I think Hunter can use that to just blow open this game now.
Yeah.
He needs to get rid of this Tiger. This Tiger just needs to die.
Well, he's going to possibly drop Ancient
Yeah, just
Watcher
blow
here
that up.
and nuke everything. Nicely done.
This Tiger, though, is like another kill command. Just it's latent.
Yeah.
So you just have to wait for the timing of it.
He can definitely blow it up, though. He does have a second Shadow Flame.
That's true. With anything he wants at this point in time, it's only got 1 HP. So what, with the who's who in Hearthstone? So Frodan's a web spinner. I think we can all agree that Artosis is the
Iron Beak Owl.
He is the Iron Beak Owl.
No, I was actually thinking of that crab that eats the Murlocs, the one too, or something
The
like
hungry
that.
crab?
You're the hungry crab, Artosis.
Ouch.
No.
No, it's not bad. You're good against Murloc decks. Blizzard put you in the game for a reason. Don't worry.
Oh, thanks.
All right, restraint on the weapon.
Yeah.
Not giving a Molten Giant. Artosis is definitely the Iron Beak Owl. Just putting it out there.
Artosis is the
I'm the
Iron Beak
Black
Owl?
Knight.
Yeah.
I'm Ragnaros. the
Yeah,
Fire
that's
Lord.
what you are for sure.
My personality totally screams that.
Well, what do you think about this turn here? He's got a 6-mana
What do you
Molten
think
Giant.
about
actually
I
like-
like clearing.
Yeah.
Just
Attack the Iron Beak and then blow it up.
If you Hellfire, you can actually play Molten Giant too.
Ooh, look at you and your math.
Yeah.
uh,
The more I look about that play, the sexier it becomes.
Yeah.
let's see if he does it here. You can see.
Do you go to his face with the 2/3, or do you set off the snake trap though?
I think
Giving
he's-
him an extra charge is not. Oh, but you have your Draxus.
Well, I guess you'd want. I think you want to set up the snake trap. Am I right?
Well, I
Well,
mean,
2 points of
you
damage can
never
make a
have
difference.
You never have to acknowledge it. Like you just
You can ignore it. Yeah.
Hellfire and then Molten Giant. There's no need to. The biggest thing that is a problem though is the second trap that does get activated.
Yeah.
But even then, that's somewhat okay as long as you have a way to deal with this Savannah High main, which is coming out.
That's pretty scary.
Well,
and don't forget, he has his silence. He has a kill command. This is looking very Yhone favored.
Yeah.
That's just that hand has so much burst potential.
Huh.
Well, he needs to Siphon Soul, right?
He definitely needs a Siphon Soul, but what else does he need to do?
This is a tough one.
So-
the 2 secrets are freezing trap and snake trap, right?
Oh, actually,
We don't know for a fact, but I do believe.
believe it's
I'd be
freezing
very
trap and snake
surprised
trap.
if it's something else. Don't forget, you can still play this for free if he does freezing trap. Like you
Yeah,
can set off the
that's
freezing
what's
trap,
really
replay it, and blow it up. And he doesn't have enough mana though to blow it up and play Siphon Soul.
what are the odds that that's not Freezing Trap?
We've seen occasionally explosive traps put into these decks. We've seen like 1 of them or 2 of them this weekend. So there is a possibility. Albeit small. You would really think this is a freezing trap. I mean, you're going to attack with the giant. It's just like a question of where do you want to attack and whatnot.
I think you want a soul siphon here. Wait a minute. No.
But the problem
But
is
if you soul siphon, you can't faceless with
Yeah.
it.
I was
you
about to say.
need a tap for a taunt, right?
That's not a taunt.
Yeah, it is going to be Freezing Trap.
Yoink. Molten Giant out for now.
And he Siphon Souls back up to 9, but that's just enough damage right there on board. Doesn't even need Kill
Yeah.
Command. And that's going to do it for game number 3.
That's right. Looks like Yhone will power home a victory. Double kill command.
Wow, double kill
Damn,
command.
look at that.
Would you play the owl to make him think you have 2 owls?
Yeah. Aw.
Okay, nicely done. 2-1 with Austria in the lead here. Well, what do you think about the remaining possible decks that could be used to Artosis?
Okay. So he can now go into priest. No, you don't want to do that.
Why not? Priest against Hunter.
Oh
is
no,
pretty
of course.
decent.
I'm so sorry. I had it backwards
Oh.
at handlock. I'm like, well, you don't use priest in a handlock, Frodan. God, this guy, I swear.
I know.
No. I
I'm
mean,
so hard
priest
to
is
work
actually
with.
a very good choice.
Priest is the way to go. Oh, what do we get picked here? It's Hunter versus Hunter.
No, it's Hunter versus
Hunter
priest.
versus Priest.
Well, when they thought Steel Flare and other cards like that, it actually can be reminiscent of the mirror match. Zombie Chow in the opening hand.
Oh boy,
Wow.
The game-
it is tempo.
The game almost feels already over.
Yeah.
Because he has
Not just
power
that.
with shield.
Yeah. Powered shield zombie
Wow.
chow just like beats Hunter by itself.
Okay, so the way that it can be thrown away, though, is if he gets careless and then Mad Scientist gets a trap that ends up completely screwing everything up.
I suppose that could occur, but this hand doesn't look that fast. I think that this is going to be easy to deal with. I think freezing trap, fine, whatever. Zombie chow
Yeah.
bounces back. You play him for 3.
I think you, since he missed his first turn, do you even play Cleric?
Well, that's a good question, actually.
Actually, Zombie Chow's
I think Zombie Chow probably.
Do you just coin a heal? Well, now, Freddie, you don't do that.
Touche.
No,
See, I told you he's the Iron Beak Owl. He shut me up.
He silenced you pretty bad,
that's
man. You're just a 1/1 creature right now, Fronin. This is brutal.
No, leave me alone.
I mean, when you silence Artos, it's because he's Ragnaros. He becomes 8/8, but he can attack. So there's always that.
Wow.
Is there any? No, I want to see Powered Shield on this guy. I really do, because the one way that you can actually deal with this is by playing your weapon. And that fits perfectly into a 2/3. Just play the Powered Shield.
Powered Shield is the only way to go. Do you put out the Northshire Cleric as well?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you could. I think you evaluate based off your draw first, of course.
Yeah. But I think healing yourself is, like, really weird.
Wow, okay.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity, honestly.
I guess he wants to use that Powered Shield with the Northshire Cleric later on.
But, he doesn't have a weapon.
No, he doesn't.
He might actually get a Huffer.
Hey, what's it going to be?
The best
Misha.
possible scenario.
Yeah, that's probably
really
the best roll
good.
generally for the first few turns here to get Misha out. Now we have...
You could Thought Steal Hunter's Mark.
Well, now you can draw a card off of it. Even heal and draw a card. Oh, okay.
Second Zombie Chow out here.
Well, I mean, you can attack in. You will be able to kill him off. So that's nice.
Yeah, but then, let's see. How does your opponent respond to this? Is there a way to protect this Misha? Because it actually is a pretty good source.
Well, he has the Houndmaster. He could buff it up to a...
if there's a Shadowward Death, you feel like a fool. But
yeah, but it still dies to the 2 zombies.
Yeah, I guess it does, but trading for 2 and then having a 4-attack minion on the board against Priest is pretty good.
Okay, so he just goes into face there. That was a smart move.
But if he Arcanized Soul Priest Circle of Healing does 10 damage to you.
Holy, that would be crazy.
Oh, wait, he drew Holy Nova. He has
That's a good draw.
Yeah.
You can kill both.
Yeah. He has a board clear.
And it's not like the Hunter's low on HP. I mean, if the Zombie Chows heal him up, it's still fine.
Yeah. Good thing you can't heal over 30. Priest would be pretty good if you could, huh?
Yeah. He also has Sludge Belcher, too, which
all
also
those
is
empty
pretty
turns
decent.
would be suddenly much more strong. No longer need to heal an undamaged Yeti.
So, the Sludge Belcher does provide a pretty big annoyance, but you can easily deal with it with Iron Beak Owl, Kill Command, and start pressing damage.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad at all, actually. Those owls, so useful.
Yeah, I think the owl is a pretty good play here.
How many licks does it get to the center of this Tootsie Pop?
Oh my god, that goes way back.
Just one. He's going to save Kill Command. It's also an option. It does give up his board, though. I mean, the way you can look at it is Kill Command is an investment into Houndmaster to be another Kill Command, essentially.
Yeah. And the thing is, he basically will be going up to 5 mana right now. Like, how do you deal with a 3 health minion? It's a little bit tough. This, though, is going to really hurt.
Okay, well, there's a Circle of Healing, but no Akanai in hand just yet.
Yeah, this is a little bit painful. He's going to be able to clear this, except for a couple Spectrals.
It's fine. It's fine because you take all the beasts off the board, and this has been...
it's been a good turn.
Yeah, but more importantly, that's a lot of lost damage because the Houndmaster would have been attacking 2 turns in a row now.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely that Kill Command could have been a bit of a stronger play.
Well, now how do you kill this Sludge Belcher?
Well, you have a Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, you could use your Hunter's Mark, but do you really want to do that here? Is that...
Paul, how many taunts are really in a Priest deck right now? Normally 2. 2 Sludge Belchers.
But do you save that? Okay, he does not. I was going to say, do you save that for something later on? But I guess the answer is no.
I thought if he did that, he was going to develop the Undertaker and Mad Scientist.
He's afraid of Cabal Shadow Priest.
Oh, good point, Frodan, yeah. All right, so I guess Lotheb's going to come out here to lock up this turn. And that was a freezing trap that was activated back there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Turn 7, the Stranglethorn Tiger comes down here. And you can
Quite
see
nice
That's
start.
actually one of the better draws.
Our players
we can
very
afford,
excited
too.
about that.
Yeah.
Well, because you can't actually reach it at all as Priest. The
Yeah.
only way you can is Sylvanas Shadow Word Death on itself.
Yeah, or double circle with Auchenai, which is
Yeah.
definitely not something we want to do. Holy Nova circle, I guess, but it's a lot of mana.
Power Word Shield is actually not a bad draw.
Hmm.
But you're now looking for another Sludge Belcher or something to do. You also did test with that trap,
Yeah.
which is
One of these is going to go back in the hand.
Well, he doesn't know what trap it is at the moment either.
It's true.
Yeah, it could be Snake Trap. So he's a little bit hesitant to attack in.
And he'll see it's Freezing Trap. That's going to make that a 3-mana card.
How much damage are you staring at? It's 6 with 8 in the hero power. There's 5 from Kill Command. All there needs to be is an Eaglehorn Bow and it's lights out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Word Death's not really that helpful. He needs something else here.
Yeah, this is... Well, he's going to heal himself, but the amount of damage staring him down is just so scary.
Yeah, this is a
think
tough one.
I think you dropped Sylvanas, right?
Just get Sylvanas
I
out
was-
there and make that harder for him
I
to
was
deal with.
thinking so. Well, now
That
you,
might be a taunt.
yeah, you could get Misha.
Oh.
He skips
Oh,
all
that's a
together.
really good point. Yeah, if you roll
Okay.
Misha, that would be huge. Because you kind of have to go for face, I assume, here.
All right, does take out that 1/1 Spectral Spider.
What do you guys think of that? Was that worth it?
Well, I mean, he's so afraid of damage right now.
Yeah.
I do understand to a certain extent. Attacking with that 5/5, you will definitely lose it.
Yeah.
No matter what, it will die, and you have no beasts
Yeah,
for kill command.
I'm not sure about that either.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Artosis.
Like, he might just top deck a beast.
Oh. Auchenai.
He is going to go down to 9 health, though, and no way to... Well, I guess he could kill his own Auchenai, but... Is there a way you can get around not using it?
Well, let's see here. I think the
I don't
answer is
think
actually
so.
no.
Yeah. You attack first, by the way, with Lotheb into the Hunter. So
Yep,
that
for
way
sure.
Don't pop the
Yeah.
trap.
And the entire board on that side has been cleared. 11 health, Priest. Now remember, he can't heal himself as long as the Auchenai's out. And you know, with the Hunter out here, every turn that's 2 damage coming right at you over and over and over. Oh my God!
And that would have been game if you had an attack.
Yeah,
right?
he was just a little bit too greedy there. Well,
Yeah.
no, would it have been game there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he
This is
was going to
5
be
damage on
at
top of that.
16, and then that's
Oh,
10
that's
from
true.
hand, 5
Yep.
on the board, and 2 from your hero power. So
Yep.
that's why it was like, ooh, if you have no beast in it, like sometimes you just hold on to a web spinner or something, or some crappy thing the web spinner got you to activate these, but you can't let this happen to you in a Hunter deck.
Yeah.
Is there... Well, he has to get rid of this. He needs to heal. He needs
That's
to
a
heal
snake trap.
just a little bit more.
Yeah, indeed he does.
Oh, man. I
Well,
really
we have
can't believe
8
it's come
damage
down to
coming
this.
in.
Misha's out. Really nice.
He has to go to face.
He has to either do that or kill in the next turn. Like, it comes down to this. If it's not a beast, in fact, if that's not a beast, then Priest will kill him just pure damage.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
come down to the next draw that what Hunter gets.
And it can't be Savannah Highmane.
No, it can't be Hamlin.
No.
It can't be Weapon. It can't be anything. In fact, Weapon was another out.
So this is
Until
all
Misha
going to
came
come down to
along.
whether or not our Hunter player draws a Beast card, and it's going to
The
be...
win.
Oh, my
Looks up.
gosh.
That is devastating.
Can
Now,
you
is
clear enough to
I was
live
going
one
to
more
say,
turn?
can he do anything with a kill command to try to clean up the board?
Well, let's see. There's 13 damage. You leave up Auchenai, obviously. You kill off Lotheb.
This
you
is
play
not-
Leopardome. Oh, Leopardome actually suicides, so Auchenai can heal.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good point.
Might not do that, though.
It might, but I think most likely he'll be looking to do that. He's not even going to try to survive. I think there's just too much damage on board, otherwise he
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
survive. So he's going to go for it, and we have ourselves, yet again, another tied series.
Indeed we do. Kind kind of a crazy one. Definitely a couple of misplays. I think the pressure is here for these guys.
Oh, yeah, lots on the line.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, if you haven't been on that big stage before, you don't really understand how much pressure there is. There's actually quite an audience in here right now.
Yeah, people are building in, and it seems like overall there's a lot of people cheering for las3ed from Tunisia. They really want to see him do well, which is it's cool. You know, it's having people come out here and supporting some of their favorite players. For now, we go from here. The priest has prevailed, which means that Yhone also has his own handlock to also go against it.
All right.
So this is going to be a really tough matchup.
And he has the option for Shaman. Well, he has Shaman after that if it comes down to it. So
yeah, and sometimes Shaman can do well, but not against priest normally.
So he's throwing back Ancient Watcher, which I feel like...
Think you should be keeping that?
Against a tempo priest, I think that it's an okay keep for sure.
And he's also throwing away Shadow Flame, which is another card where it's like, you know, that's pretty good against a tempo Death Rattle priest. Or is it? But is it a tempo Death Rattle priest? It's a Pyromancer.
Oh. No, I guess it's just Control Priest with Zombie Chow.
Yeah, it looks like
I guess we didn't even see a Pyromancer last game, so I just assumed
it
must be the more standard build, but I guess this is a las3ed original.
What do you think about him not putting out Zombie Chow here in turn 1?
He's saving it for a burst. It's a Mind Blast.
Okay.
Indeed it is.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah. You don't need to pressure with it. Like that. In fact, Warlock might appreciate you pressuring with it so that he can get rid of it, not worry about it later on, and it'll basically... Is it going to get 3 attacks off? Maybe.
Right. There might be a real possibility of also saving coin for a while, too.
Mm.
Oh, man.
All right, life tap.
Okay,
Shadow
now,
Flame drawn here.
The question on everyone's mind, will he coin out this Twilight Drake next turn with 2 Mountain Giants in? We've seen this so many times.
We've seen him do this before.
It can't possibly happen again.
He has Silence in hand. It's just not going to be. He's going to throw away so much.
No, he can't do it. He cannot.
You also do use Circle of Healing here, by the way.
Yeah.
Is he going to do it, though?
It's slightly painful because you end up having a 1 health Pyromancer, but this is what you set up for. You set up to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
He didn't do it. Ended his turn with the 4/3 Blade Master, skipping out on the buffing, or I should just say healing, the Blade Master.
That's the right move as well.
Whoa!
This game just got blown wide open.
This is crazy. How unfortunate.
Draxus is why Handlock kills Priest. Like, that 1 card wins the match. So to lose that is gigantic. Just gigantic.
Damn, it's crazy.
But hold on, how many cards does he have in hand? Because why did he play the Earth Ring if he was going to do that? Because doesn't that mess up his Mountain Giant plays? So now he can't go turn 4 Drake, turn 5 Mountain, turn 6 Mountain, right? Does he have to wait till turn 6 for the first Mountain?
Because he discarded, he's going to have a 6-cost Mountain Giant.
Yeah, so... oh, wait, no, it still lines up.
No.
No, you're right.
He's going to have a 6-cost Mountain
Okay,
Giant.
so again, a big misplay with Handlock here. We've seen quite a few people just not... They're getting, like, the hands that I would pay money before I entered a tournament to get. You know,
that's what... When they say bribing the guards in the opening sequence, that's the kind of hand you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's got so much burst damage with this, by the way.
Yeah, he does. He needs to...
Silence.
He needs to save it for now.
Yeah, but you push. In the meantime, you push, my good man. It's fine because if he uses Hellfire, they still end up doing 10 damage right back.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but if they all die to a brawl,
well, what if
they don't trigger. But if they all die to an AOE, does the Zombie Chows trigger?
Because
I've had this happen with Brawl before, where it
like
just doesn't
do
anything.
If it gets like Flame Striked or something like that. Like
yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I
actually didn't play very much with Zombie Chow and Alkano combination.
No, I didn't either.
It felt more like
I did it for like the
kill.
first day.
Yeah, it felt like a fun way to kill, but not really a reliable one.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have any Hellfire in hand here or anything to get rid of the Zombie Chows and then heal himself back up.
Well, the only play here is to play Sludge Belcher. You can't coin Mountain Giant here,
no, it turns out you cannot. What do you think about silencing the Auchenai to stop the Ridiculous Burst? It seems like a really weak play, but...
Yeah, it seems not particularly good.
You're asking to get... Well, you have Molten Giant in hand, and Priest, this is their only burst, so...
And it's both
okay
zombie chows, so
Okay.
after you get rid of that, that's...
How much damage
is that
this?
kill?
Wait, hold on. Shadow Madness is 7, that's 10, and then you Circle of Healing at the end of it?
It's not quite.
Okay, so he does 2 damage there.
That was 20 damage, though.
Wow. But then, like, no cards in hand, basically.
All right, so he's going to Shadow Madness attack and then use his hero power. That's a pretty cute play. Honestly.
Yeah, I
Taking a
like this.
1-2.
This is
Quite
pretty
a good play.
awesome. Really nice play there. One of the best ones we've seen here, actually in all of the tournament.
Yeah, that was really
That was
good.
really well done. So now we have a 9 HP Warlock. He does have the Molten Giant, so he can drop that for 0. He life taps, gets Hellfire. He's at 7 HP.
Yeah, but 7 might as well be 30 for a Priest.
Yeah.
That's a good point, man. You used so much burst already with only 2 cards in hand. This is still a hard one for las3ed.
But hey,
that's-
if you guys are just tuning in, when he used Soulfire, he discarded Jiraxis.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's not a moment where we're waiting for him to draw that and then
no.
go into this end game.
This 7
Warlock
health
play.
isn't going to get much higher than that. He's already even used, you know, another one of his heal spells, which is the, you know, you can gain a maximum of 9 more life this game.
You actually
Injured
can't
Blade.
tap. Wow, what a big draw
This is
for the
huge.
Priest.
Wow.
Look, if he can heal up the Blade Master, draw 2 more cards.
Exactly.
That's
Let's see what they're going to
insane.
be. It
is
is
right
Sylvanas and Harrison Jones.
Well, sadly, Harrison Jones won't actually do anything this match.
Yeah. You just play that as soon as he wants. Lots of draws there.
Okay, back over to the handlock.
Shadow
Flame.
Oh.
Wow.
Just the type. Well, he doesn't actually need. He has Siphon Soul for the 4/7.
No, that's also true. In fact, it's
He might
better-
just need to start going to face. Like at 9 health against 2 1-attack minions, you're fine.
Yeah. You don't want to deny the draws. I guess you can't really do that.
Yeah, they don't really have a good way to draw, so unless he has another one of those.
Can you get away with tapping at all? Probably not.
I wouldn't do it personally.
No, if he has Holy Fire, you just die. You just drew a lot of cards, so.
Ooh,
There's
Lothab
Lothab
looks
out here.
Really tempting.
Let
Yeah,
me use
maybe
that-
taunt up the 2/1s.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
This is really nice, but he does have that Shadow Flame.
Right,
which
but that costs his entire turn.
it does.
Problem
but-
is that Priest still has 3 pretty tough minions in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So even if he nukes the entire board,
Would you double taunt? 2 giant taunts?
Well, okay, the way you can look at it is you're going to die either way to Holy Fire. There's no way of ifs,
Yeah.
ands, and buts
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
you have to be praying that never
So
gets drawn.
I think
I-
playing 2 taunts might actually be
I agree 100%,
slightly
Prodan.
better. Although if he has 2 Shadow Word Deaths, you die. So
That is true. That is true. But you
I
can't
think
play around everything.
You have to play on the odds that he at least doesn't have 1 card versus he might have 2 with the same card. Right there.
All right.
All right, I don't know if I agree with that, but let's see what happens here.
Holy Fire to win the game!
Oh!
Top decking and Shrekken.
Oh my God. Nice draw there, and that will end the game. las3ed taking that 3-2. Wait, how many? He's won 3 games now. Yeah,
3-2.
So he's
Yeah.
at match point.
Okay.
And just has to win
Wow.
1 more in order to be the IESF champion.
Okay.
Pretty crazy ending there. He did get that 5 damage off at the end.
Now, doesn't Yhone have Rogue left?
He does have his Rogue
He does?
remaining. I think that's his final class.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Rogue needs to come up big. It goes up against Priest and Shaman.
Hey, that's doable.
2 good
Yeah.
matchups.
So he could certainly pull through with that.
I
And
think so as well.
I believe he's taking a quick break here, so we may be talking for a little bit longer here. Looks like we have the refs coming up.
Sure. I mean, it's been a pretty long series so far. Best of 7 is really mentally fatiguing.
Oh, yeah, very
It's
exhausting.
easy to lose track of what cards are being played.
Oh, absolutely, it is. But you know what? He's going to have to buckle down and concentrate here. Try to get 2 wins with this Rogue deck, but it's good matchups. You know, going up against Priest and Shaman, so
Hey, man,
definitely going to be doable.
you gotta believe.
And
If you're cheering for Yhone, the hat is on. Yhone, he's just kind of.
but the gloves are off,
The
Frodan.
gloves and the glasses are off, too. He had glasses on earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sunglasses. for that matter.
Okay. Well, the Rogue has the Auctioneer.
That is important. We have seen people mulliganing it sometimes, but I think you just have to keep it here.
Austria can still take this. This is not a bad start. At least you have the Auctioneer at the very beginning.
No spells.
So you can start. Yeah, no spells, but I'm sure we'll draw into some of those. What do you think about the double Dark Cultist here? Circle of Healing, Thought Steal for a Tunisian.
It's so interesting that before, like, in previous iterations of Miracle, SI7 Agent was
always keep.
Always
yeah,
kept, but
mandatory keep.
Now it's more of a rotational card.
Yeah. So really specific purposes.
Yeah, like if against aggro, you need him, but other than that, just toss him back in.
By the way, that was a really nice draw for him.
Yeah.
Start out with this. That's going to actually do quite a bit. Now if he does kill the first Dark Cultist on turn 2 somehow, doesn't look like he will, you know, that would give the health.
Turn 2 now, he's just going to coin out the Dark Cultist, and this is looking like a great start here for our Tunisian player.
This is the way you kill Rogue. This is the way you do it. You always have a drop on every single turn, pressure, force out every kind of resource, and then make them uncomfortable.
Looks like it will drop this
There's really no other option there for that.
In 2 turns, the Shade will be able to clean up one of the Dark Cultists at least.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if he does do that.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we have Akanai and Circle of Healing in hand.
Yeah, you just keep that tucked for a long time.
and
you
that's going to be huge because even if you end up concealing the Auctioneer or something like that, you could still take him out.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to have in your hand. You cannot let them have a big Auctioneer turn.
All right, well, Yhone doesn't have anything to do on turn 4 other than sap. Is he feeling under pressure enough where he needs to start dissecting his opponent's board?
I'm not
he
sure.
He can't attack with the Shade this turn.
No, there's no way he can do that. I don't know about this. You think he would want to sap? I don't think so. I think you need to save a sap for a little bit longer.
He's taking 7 damage.
Yeah, and I guess it's going to get worse and worse. But
and the thing is, next turn he needs to play one of these 5 drops, so he can't sap next turn, right?
Nope.
I think he actually does have to sap this turn, as gross as that may be. And if he does do that, does that mean that he actually kills off the 3/4 with his weapon and his Shade?
He can give a really buff Cleric.
Yeah.
Wow. He does not do it. Okay.
He might do it next turn. The same thing where you just suggested, but have a 4/4 instead. Thought Steal.
What's it going to be?
Oh, wow. Well,
Van Cleef
Deadly Poison is a dead. But,
yeah.
Van Cleef?
Dead Poison is more like it.
Ooh, Artosis.
Well, this is getting really bad, guys.
Oh,
he still doesn't have an answer for all the stuff on the board. He hasn't drawn a prep or anything that can allow him to use spells.
Sap whatever target's buffed. Okay, actually, that was the better thing by far.
Yeah, but that actually still kills off the Shade if you want, and lives.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. It's a problematic board still. It's a lot of pressure. He's already down to 18. It's not what you want.
Well, you can't really do much about it.
No, certainly cannot.
Oh, man. I guess he has to end the turn. This is a really rough draw, though, for what it could potentially, for the way this is looking, be our final game. And is he just going to go ahead and put out the Wild Pyromancer?
Well, Van Cleef. Like, Wild Pyromancer, Van Cleef, and then just kill and start pushing for damage. I mean, your start pressure your opponent a really significant amount here.
So do you want to do anything like Circle of Healing here?
I don't know about that.
He could Circle of Healing and have an even bigger Van Cleef.
Yeah, but that's your answer. I guess it's your answer to the Gadsden Auctioneer. If you can see,
I don't know if this game is going to go on for that long, Frodan. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but he's...
I don't think... I didn't actually like this move that much, to be honest. It does give you a slightly bigger Van Cleef, as you guys were saying, but that is weak to sap, and...
Weak against the core card with the dicks built off of is the fact you can keep drawing cards with the Auctioneer.
He could have had a stronger board, but I guess we'll see how this works out for him.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Sap takes care of the Van Cleef. How does he do? I guess you have to build off the Shiv, or you have to evaluate what you get.
Another Shiv. The Shiv into the Shiv play.
It's a sick play.
So then... Why Shiv the 1/5?
I don't know.
I was wondering about that actually as well.
Like there's nothing he draws would like make that super good.
I guess
Is he hoping that? I guess he could. No. I was wondering if maybe if he did end up getting deadly poison or something, and
Blade Fury.
Blade
type
Fury,
of
he wants to
play.
get him down to 3 health so that he can just, destroy everything.
He's still got good stuff. Just heal up, Defender of Argus, and push. Like, you just keep putting on pressure on the Miracle Rogue, and she keeps crumbling. She needs a lot of time to set up, and Priest is one of those classes where it does have ways to put on significant pressure.
Yeah, I think that is exactly what we're going to see here, Frodan.
Okay, Defender of Argus comes down.
How did this Pyromancer become a 4/6?
Yeah, this is so weird.
outrageous.
That's pretty sick. You can cast a lot of spells on
Yeah.
him. You can become
All right,
way better
well,
than Flame
okay,
Strike.
He
let's
has
see.
Blade Flurry.
And he has deadly poison.
And he has Fan of Knives.
I'm like, he has Cold Blood. We just go down and name every card. His hero power draws a dagger.
Well, he's going to go solo in health.
Yeah, but he's got a board clear, and I think he has to do it.
Yeah. It's a pretty simple board clear. It's like he won't miss it or anything,
Yep.
but taking 4 more damage, bringing him to 8, he's like getting really close to death here. Kind of rough.
My
considering
brain is
this
going to knots
supposed to be a
trying
good
to figure
matchup.
Well, the Priest got the perfect aggression curve.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you need to do.
Okay, so here's that Blade Flurry. And nicely done, SI agent. Cleans that up, but it's 8 HP here. Granted, Priest doesn't have like a ton of burst.
He's got some burst.
He has some burst, but compared to some other classes.
Yeah.
Let's see though. He does have an Akanai still in his hand. Trying to think of what else he could do.
Well, he has that Shadow Flint, or
Shadow Madness.
Shadow
Madness.
Madness.
That's 3 damage, let's not forget.
Shadow
If only he
Madness
had a
Fan
weapon.
Cleave.
Yes, if only he had a weapon.
You know what? Shadow Madness puts him at 5. Shadow Madness and Van Cleave. I mean, that's asking for a lot, actually.
Well, if you put him to 5, you only need to find 1 point because you have 4 direct in your hand over the next 2 turns.
Yeah, but that's still a 3-turn kill. And
Yeah.
Miracle Rogue, Miracle Rogue can go off in 3 turns for
Yeah,
sure.
it is true. Not with this hand.
Well, I do like the Lotheb play here to get him stuck so he can't start drawing into a miracle.
Does he have to Leroy into it, or is it like is sap a possibility? Like
Sap is a possibility, but the only
But
problem
he
is
saps it and he could just drop it down again.
Yeah.
Right.
He's still drawing cards
Which
here
is
and getting more mana.
normally okay if you have minions. Like if say this Lotheb was out on the board, you can sap it. No
You know what? I
big
think
deal.
he actually has to Leroy into it.
He could also just Cold Blood
okay,
Yeah, he could
okay.
Cold Blood. I can't believe I didn't see that.
and just save
Cold Blood,
Leroy.
though, like he's gonna have to draw some cards off of Gadgetzan, and for the mana, it does more damage than Leroy. And
True.
But obviously, it doesn't have charge, so it's hard to make the comparison, but still.
Okay, well, another turn here. Priest, the tempo in his favor. Tunisia is very close to winning this and becoming the Hearthstone champion here
Yeah,
for IESF,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah, I think you
This
shoot with Akanai. Or actually, you can Power Word Shield first. And
Yeah.
well, if that's the case, you play Van Cleef then. Wow, what a really powerful turn.
Seriously, he's putting out some big guys. How do you remove both of these right now? I don't know that you. Oh man, like you.
Okay, well, I think we got
You
to.
technically can remove them both, but you take 3 damage.
Yeah,
Okay, let's see. Is he going to threaten? Is he going to greet? No, he's not going to do anything.
You need to draw like this preparation. You need to get preparation into eviscerate, into preparation to eviscerate. Like it needs to be that kind of combination.
Ugh. Well,
It's
that's
still-
not
does
it.
he Cold Blood here
still
just to
can
draw
happen.
another card?
Yeah, he has to.
Either that or
He
he's.
preps here.
Backstab's
Backstab.
good.
Okay, he can
But
backstab.
We're getting there.
Prep into eviscerate.
Hey, they has a mana to spend this. Let's see a prep.
Prep.
Oh!
I did it.
Eviscerate.
What is it? What is
That
it? What
was
is
crazy.
Oh!
Okay, what is he going to draw next? Wait.
Another prep.
Wait, he could Fan of Knives into another prep because that draws 2 cards, and
Yeah.
that makes the Abyss
Yeah,
actually
but
kill.
you don't get the guarantee to kill. No.
Seal.
But he does end up surviving for one more
Wow.
turn.
Oh, man.
But we know that there's a way to at least deal with it. Holy Fire. Oh.
Doesn't get that for
Okay,
now.
he's draw the Carney.
He can definitely
Shadow
Corn.
or Death.
Corn, excuse me. That's how we say it correctly.
Carney?
Yeah, Shadow or Death. Obvious here.
Yep, Shadow or Death, and then Cairn.
That's what
Cairn
you have.
is just so powerful.
Corn. It's pronounced corn. So.
You're messing up, Freddie. Like, he could make a big Van Cleef as well. The saps are gone.
I guess this is fine. I mean, it's going to be.
Corn is harder to deal with, though. Like, you could deal 6 here.
It's true.
In fact, he's probably will with the Leroy.
Well, is Rogue out of options? I mean, this priest is at 29
yeah,
HP.
he's got
a limited number of cards in a deck. This can't go on forever.
He's got Leroy and Fan of Knives, which is, interestingly enough, a way to stay alive.
Yeah.
He could Leroy. Yeah. Well, no, he'd be Leroy.
Leroy Fan. Well, he should stay alive. Like, should just try to push it a little bit longer. Like, if he doesn't, he's dead.
Okay, that's not.
No, he gave up his chance to survive.
He can't
here.
use Leroy then here.
And I believe that's going to do
That's
it. 'Cause
it.
he can't stop it.
It looks like Tunisia is going to take down the Hearthstone event here.
And Yhone, he's taking off his hat. He's recognized that he's been defeated.
GG.
Which means las3ed is your IESF 2014 champion.
Wow.
Really
Well
awesome
done.
finals.
Against all odds, this guy has taken out some of the top players, including RDU, one of the best players in the world, and will be the IESF champion for Hearthstone. Guys, make some noise for las3ed.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm clapping.
I wish you
and other
guys
people
could
are-
see this, man. His
We
team
don't
is
actually have a
throwing
shot
him
of
in
this
the air.
audience.
Yeah, Tunisia is actually
He's actually
mobbing
being
him
tossed
right now.
around in the air right now.
Yeah.
That's all right. Some people are taking pictures. You can
All
check
right,
it out.
we have evidence that this happened. So
Yeah,
I'm like, elephants are running through here
That's
too.
a
There's
huge
all sorts of
victory.
crazy things happening you can't see.
a huge victory, guys. A huge victory.
Yeah, well done and well played. And he's going to receive $5,000 for placing first.
$5,000. That is insane.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then, well, even though Yhone did get second, he also gets $3,000. And he will at least be able to get pretty far. He came into this one of the dark horses, right? No one really knew about him.